Hello, I'm Dr. Kirsten Lloyd. Let's wrap up with our sleep hygiene section and cover those evening habits that we all have developed that may be interfering with our sleep quality. First, I want to talk about the importance of exercise in your day-to-day routine, but remembering that your exercise shouldn't take place too close to bedtime. We know that exercise on a daily basis actually helps improve sleep quality. But kind of paradoxically, if you exercise too close to bedtime within 3 or 4 hours of going to bed, it actually will increase your alertness, making it harder for you to fall asleep. So do continue to build that healthy exercise routine, but try to keep it earlier in the day or earlier in the afternoon. Next, I want to talk about the importance of healthy eating and timing of eating as we prepare for bed. Try to move your dinner time so that it's about 3 to 4 hours before you go to bed. If we eat a big heavy meal, especially a fatty meal or a carbohydrate-rich meal right before bed, that can lead to things like indigestion, heartburn, reflux, bloating, all while we're trying to fall asleep, which of course makes it uncomfortable and difficult to fall asleep. If you find that you're really, really hungry and your belly is gurgling and craving something right before bed, of course that's also uncomfortable and has the opposite effect. So a small light snack right before bed can be a good idea if you find that you're really hungry at that time. Now, a couple of habits that you may or may not already engage in, but I want to address specifically on how they impact our sleep. One is alcohol intake before bed. So alcohol, many people have used or are using as a way to help them fall asleep because alcohol does have sedative effects. But interestingly, even though alcohol helps you fall asleep, it fragments the rest of the night. So people often find that they wake up more often after they drink, or they wake up early in the morning and can't get back to sleep. And that can happen even after one drink. So I encourage you, if you do engage in alcohol intake, try to move that alcohol intake earlier in the day. Now, it's hard for me to give a specific recommendation on when to stop drinking before bed, like how many hours before bed, and that's because everyone's metabolism of alcohol is slightly different. Things that play a role are our genetics, how much we drank, our liver health. So it's challenging to give a universal recommendation for all people. But if I was giving a general rule of thumb, again, I would stick with this 3 to 4 hour mark on the longer end if you can before bedtime as to be your cutoff timing for alcohol intake. And lastly, if you enjoy any form of caffeine, be that tea, coffee, chocolate has caffeine, energy drinks, all of those should be consumed in the first half of your day because caffeine intake increases alertness. That's why most of us, including myself, drink caffeine. I enjoy my cup of coffee every morning, and in truth, I really can't start my day without it. But try to cut yourself off from caffeine after noon so that you have at least 10 hours elapsing between caffeine intake and time to get in bed, to allow that alerting effect of caffeine to wear off before you put your head on your pillow.